Hello and welcome to my second video on the Pythagoras Theorem. I have drawn four triangles and I've helped to solve what one of the sides is so you can learn more about the Pythagoras Theorem. Remember, these triangles are not to scale. So let's get started. So the first triangle we have to solve what the hypotenuse is. The hypotenuse is the side opposite to the right angle. So according to this formula, the hypotenuse squared, which will be x, is equal to 3 squared 3 squared plus 5 squared, and you can simplify that into 9, which is 3 squared plus 25. So then we go to the next line, as there is no space on the right, and you can write down x squared is equal to 34. From there we know that x is equal to square root of 34. If you take the square to the other side, it turns into a square root. So it's going to be the square root of 34. So that's the first one solved. And remember, x, we don't know the whole value of x because it is not a whole number, as the square of 5 is 25 and the square of 6 is 36. So 34 is between one of those numbers. So yeah. So to solve for y, we can use the formula again and write down. And this is one of the sides that is not the hypotenuse. So 8 squared, which is the hypotenuse, is equal to 1 squared plus y squared. And that is equal to 1 squared is 1 plus y squared. And 8 squared is equal to 64. So that means that if you take the 1 to the other side, it'll mean 64 minus 1 is equal to y squared. And that means 63 is equal to y squared. So y will be equal to the square root of 63. So we also solve for that one, and this is also not a whole number, as 8 squared is 64 and 7 squared is 49, and 63 is between 64 and 49. So that means the whole value of y is between 7 and 8. So it might be a everlasting decimal number. You might need your calculator. So to solve for the value of z, it is again one of the sides which is not the hypotenuse. So we can do 10, which is the hypotenuse, squared is equal to z squared, which is one of the sides that is not the hypotenuse, plus 6 squared. And we know that 10 squared is equal to 100, which is obvious. And we know that 6 squared is equal to 36, so let me just simplify that. Z squared plus 36. From there, we can simplify out. So if you take 36 to the other side, 100 minus 36 is equal to z squared, which is equal to, if we simplify that, 64. That means z is equal to the square root of 64, which is equal to 8. So now we know the value of z. It is 8. And for the last one, we have to find out the value of a. A is the hypotenuse, so we're gonna do something like the first one again. So a squared, which is hypotenuse, is equal to 3 squared plus 7 squared. This means that a squared is equal to 3 squared, which is 9, plus 7 squared, which is equal to 49. And so that means a squared is equal to 49. No, not 49, sorry. A squared is equal to 9 plus 49, which is gonna be 58. Then we can get the value of a by getting the square root of 58. And that is again not a whole number, as 7 squared is 49, and then 8 squared is 64, and 58 is between both of those numbers, and it's around halfway, so it's gonna be around 7.5 or something. Yeah, you might probably need your calculator. So hope you learned something from here today, like how to solve if one of the sides is not the hypotenuse. And remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.